Our topic of discussion today is olfactory pathway. Definition of olfaction. Olfaction is the sense of smell. What are the functions of olfaction? It helps in regulation of food intake so that when we get the smell we understand which food we are taking. Regulation of sexual behavior, especially by pheromones, and protective function, that is detection of obnoxious substances. Now the olfactory mucosa. It is yellow in color and consists of olfactory epithelium and lamina propria. Olfactory epithelium. Olfactory epithelium is pseudostratified. It is thicker than the respiratory epithelium. It contains three types of cells: the receptor cells, sustentacular cells or supporting cells, and the basal cells. Receptor cells. The receptor cells for the smell sensation are also known as olfactory cells. These are bipolar nerve cells derived from the central nervous system. These are about 100 million in number. The mucosal end of the olfactory cell forms a knob from which 4 to 25 hair or cilia are coming out. Each olfactory cilia measures around 0.3 micrometer in diameter and 200 micrometer in length. It projects into the mucus that coats the inner surface of the nasal cavity. So for understanding this, we need to look at the figure below. So the red one marked is the receptor cell. It has a dendritic portion and a axonic portion. An axon and a dendrite. The lower part, which I have drawn as olfactory rod, is the dendritic part, and the upper line coming out from the red colored receptor cell, which I have drawn here, is the axon. So now you can see something termed as knob. The distal portion of the olfactory rod or the dendrite forms a knob-like structure from which the cilia comes out. So these are usually 4 to 25 in number. These cilia lie in the mucous membrane layer of the olfactory region. So this mucous membrane layer lies along the inner surface of the nasal cavity. So now beside these receptor cells you can see small cells termed as sustentacular cells. These are the supporting cells which are present to support the receptor cells. Now on the right side you can see I have termed something as Bowman's gland. So what are Bowman's gland? These are glands present along or in between a few receptor cells which secrete the mucus. What are sustentacular cells? The sustentacular cells are those cells which intersperse the receptor cell. These contain columnar epithelium. What are the functions of these cells? They provide physical support to receptor cells, nourishment, electrical insulation for receptor cells. They also have phagocytic action. The cytoplasm of these cells have a yellow pigment which contains lipofuscin. It gives the olfactory mucosa its yellow color. Now moving on to the basal cells. What are the basal cells? These are the stem cells located in between the supporting cells. These basal cells, which are located along the base of these cells, undergo cell division to produce new olfactory receptor by a process known as olfactory renewal process with the inhibitory effect on BMP, that is bone morphogenic protein. Now Bowman's glands secrete mucus that line the olfactory mucosa, and hence this helps in dissolving the odorants. I have drawn a schematic diagram of the olfactory pathway. So you can see here that I have drawn the receptor cell with red colored hazy red, the receptor cell. Beside them are the sustentacular cell, and then you have your dendrite below and axon above. So now you can see the axon synapses with the dendrite of the mitral cell. You can see the dark red or the red circular area, that is the mitral cell. The dendrite of this mitral cell synapses with the axon of the receptor cell leading to the formation of a circular area known as the olfactory glomerulus. You can see I have already sketched it. So after that you can see the olfactory tract area. So these axons and the dendrites, the axons of the receptor cell and the dendrites of the mitral cell, and along with the olfactory tract, these all lie in the olfactory bulb. So now you can also see an area that is the cribriform plate. These axons, they pierce through the sieves in the cribriform plate of the ethmoid to enter the olfactory bulb. So next, after this olfactory tract, so the signal goes to the medial olfactory area or the lateral olfactory area. So you can see here I have drawn number 1, which I have drawn is the very old olfactory area. Number 2 is the less old olfactory area, and number 3 is the new olfactory area. So these are all present in the olfactory cortex. What is the mechanism of olfaction? Odorant molecule, that is the odor or the smell of the molecule that you would get, molecule diffuses into the mucus that covers the cilia. You can see in the diagram. So receptor molecule, you can see the knob, and then you in the left side you can see that I have boxed a cilia. So this is the diagram of the cilia, the macroscopic diagram. So what is it? When the odorant molecule, that is the red colored molecule, got attached to the odorant receptor in the cilia, it activates the G protein. You know that the G protein has 3 subunits, alpha, beta and gamma. So when this gets activated, the alpha subunit breaks. It breaks, and then due to the activation of adenyl cyclase, ATP is converted to cyclic AMP. This cyclic AMP in turn opens the sodium channel. This sodium activates the receptor potential and hence the action potential in the neuron, leading to the, and from here it goes to the axon and then to the glomerulus, that is the synapse, then to the olfactory tract, and then the olfactory cortex that I have shown. There are some physical factors which affect the stimulation of these substances. Only volatile substances can be sniffed into the nostril, can only be smelled. The stimulating substance should at least be water soluble. It should also be slightly lipid soluble. So these are the criteria. A brief description of the vomeronasal organ. It is also known as the Jacobson's organ and is the auxiliary olfactory sense organ. It lies behind the caudal end of the nasal septum and 3 mm above the floor. It is used to detect the pheromones. What are pheromones? These are the chemical factors that trigger a social response in the membrane of in the members of the same species. Thank you. If you have any questions or queries, do drop down your comments or questions in the comment section, and I would be very happy to help you.